potentially come out on top, and it could all be about how this series starts, and of course the swing game, that's CTF in Ardennes Forest. But that's enough for me. For now, winners bracket semifinal, OpTic Gaming versus LG.
Here we go, Momo. Clash of the Titans, this one. Two big teams going into this, and here we have it, OpTic versus LG. If you've just joined us, win bracket round one. We kicks on off with Scumpy and the boys of OpTic, and it's a lot of kills for the green team as we go into this one. First hard point, Phil, it's always a beast, it's always a blinder. See if they can hang on here.
Well, the last time myself and yourself, Miles, was on Alpha Cast and obviously main stage, we had OpTic Gaming, and they had London Docks hardpoint. They started so strong. They started absolutely wiping the floor. However, LG, different beast right now. They are going to fight back, and we're trying to see who can gain that middle statue control. This time, though, it's going to be Octane, lower. Doc's going to be taken down by Formal. Krim up top as well. OpTic Gaming looking to get this scrap time. Of course, the Spawn's currently favoring Luminosity for that rotation. But still, 20 seconds left, Miles, here. OpTic can clean up. Yeah, they've managed to rotate around. We've seen the lead stay in OpTic's hands, and Scump has just died. That was his first death so far in the matchup, so interesting to see how this unfolds. And again, a little slow start for both teams. We've got that next rotation going the way of LG and see if they can't weather the storm here as we've got OpTic pushing their way down the bottom. OpTic wins that on gunfight against Scump. John now finds one from Karma. This is important now. JCap holding on as best he can, but Karma finds the second. And there we go, OpTic, as it flips. They're making their way through street as best they can, but Slack now also picking up the pieces here in the back end, and he's found a big soft spot of OpTic, and he's going to go straight for the soft bits, and he finds one. Can't get the second, though, but JCap's there to save the day. Oh, Slack almost getting turned on there in a nasty way. Still, halfway towards his streaks. Octane's going on a 4 streak right now, so this is important work for the boys of LG. 30 plays 29, very close game. We've got one player on the flank. It's going to be Formal, and a very important 1v1 right now. And John knows it. He's got the cover. He's going to get the kill as well. So we'll retain these spawns. OpTic are going to be flooding through now, and LG in a very powerful position. I say that. Scump and Karma pick apart LG one by one. Scump finds another, and now they're in control. There is only 15 seconds left, Miles, and we already see Luminosity heading towards that bottom docks. Again, very close game. It's all going to be tied up here going into the third hard point. You're going to get that lead change, and once again, Luminosity straight on top of that rotation, well and truly in advance. They got control of docks, and here it comes. OpTic, though, they need to choose this plan of attack wisely, because again, you can see all 4 arrows inside the docks now watching this one. We'll see already nades coming in. JCap's going to be taken care of. John finds one in the window, can't find a second. And now here we go. The fight's being taken inside the docks now. It's being contested, so no one will be getting any points. Octane, does find shots in from Krim there. So that's going to be OpTic now in on the point, starting to get themselves back in this, but we do have 2 to 3 members of Luminosity now making their way in. Scumpy does have streaks to work with, and if he can stay alive here, a 1 shot would have done it, and now he's going to be taken care of. Still fighter pilot to work with. That will come into play a little bit later on. Yeah, you'll be looking towards the crane maybe to invest that one, but Karma looking 1 step ahead here towards the barrels. Still got Luminosity spawning towards that blue car. It's going to be an important couple of gunfights here. Scump knows it as well. Sometimes he's got to jump out, surprise John. He finds the first. Karma shooting Octane in the back. That is going to set OpTic up very well now for the barrel building. There's 2 players pushing through cold. That's going to be Cap and Slacked. Dolphin dive for Slack. Will find one, and again, it's so back and forth already, Miles, this one. No one actually in the hard point. OpTic, they rotated better, if you like, but Luminosity, they breach through, they flank around, and they're going to be in control of the barrels. Well, fancy footwork there from Krim to get the better of Octane in that gunfight, and now John trying to find his way in the back. 2 kills from his teammates. This is good. Now gets in on the contest. Sticking it over the top. Will he find a tag? Not a single one, but he's in over the top. John finds one on the second as well. Can't find a third. Here comes OpTic back on the offense. Scumpy shots on, takes care of Slack over the top with a pistol. Can't find it. JCap takes care of him, and now Luminosity still picking up the points here. Luminosity, they're rotating well. They're picking up all the important points. Don't forget, there's still 25 seconds left on this barrel building. Luminosity are going to breach 100. And already, JCap on the offense, trying to get in and behind enemy lines right now. There's Formal just waiting outside, but Scump elsewhere picking up a kill. Formal does take down Cap. That was the important kill we were talking about. Slacked and John biting back here. As OpTic Gaming, I won't say for the first time, they've had the rotations, Miles, but LG, they just seem to be breaking through. Let's see if they can do that again, though. Here we go. Docks, fire pilot in the air. I believe that was it's probably Slacked. As he makes his way through. Actually, Octane picks up 2, and he takes care of JCap as well. So Krim now in a strong position to get on that hard point, and there's 3 members pushing through lower docks. That's from LG, and Scump's in a position to hit him. Finds one, doesn't manage to get a second. His teammates are now in position as well. That's up top. That was Krim. He's picking up 2 there, so that's important kills to slow down the charge here of LG. And they're doing the same thing again. They're coming straight through that low dock. Slack now charges through. Those players from OpTic, though, they've got that high ground, and all they need to do is come in from above. But John comes in from behind, finds 2 there, 3 for John.
108 now to 69, and Formal hanging on as best he can. That continuous onslaught from the members of LG coming through Street is relentless, and OpTic are doing the best they can to hold on here.
Yeah, and I think this battle of Formal versus Octane is going to be prevalent through the whole series. Got another team kill, though. That's coming in from Formal this time, as Luminosity still lead by around 30 points, but with 7 seconds left on the crane. OpTic trying to clean up. Ironically, no one's going to get those points here. As we head back to the statue, there is streaks available, but OpTic Gaming, they find one. That'll be Formal. But LG, they're still in control, Miles, and after that first rotation on an overall aspect, you've got to give it to LG. They're looking very, very strong.
Yeah, they are looking strong indeed. I mean, despite that, on the OpTic side of the board, we've got Krim going 18 and 13, Scump's going 16 and 12. He's been in fine form all tournament long. Formal going 14 and 11 as well. Just a lot of time on the board for the boys of OpTic. But here we go, LG, full control statue. And there's sort of these little isolated skirmishes taking place all across the map. 30 seconds now left on statue, and it has been all LG. Krim's hoping to stop the bleeding here for a second. He's got to get in there as fast as he can. Is going to find that one kill, and that's going to be 3 dead for LG for now. OpTic now in control, pushing these players back and Slack. Ooh, cheeky kill there on the Scumpian, who we have Karma now trying to move in, pick up the pieces. Stun, he's not going to help there as JCap finds him, and this is good for OpTic for the score, but for the next rotation, which is coming up in 10 seconds, we do see LG in control. Can Scum and Co down low make a difference here?
Scump picking up the assist. Scump actually was anticipating some of the Luminosity players to be around here. Commons pick up the double. He has been struggling in this map. We'll see if he picks it up a little bit later on. But Scump, someone who's definitely not struggling right now, 18 of 14. He's got 25 seconds to his team as well as Krim comes in from the side. OpTic Gaming, they're starting to fold upon Luminosity. However, LG still in control. John turning the wrong way as Cap reveals his location. He's going to be one shot away. And look at that, the communication strong for OpTic Gaming, and they're holding the back. Can it be the double? Formal stopping any type of entrance from the rear, and now Karma shutting down any push from the front. This is the communication going very, very well. You can tell just by the gameplay.
You got Karma on the back. Formal taking care of shots as well, and here comes the play from LG though, 3 kills. Formal now holding the line, takes care of one. Krim's over his shoulder, shots in up front, finds the second, and there's a one in the corner there from JCap. Oh my word. What a turn there from Formal, and this is it. OpTic now, lead change. Streaks in the making here for Formal. Scumpy finds there on JCap. Main Street now is about to flip over, and here comes the push. Karma's in a position, playing this one sneaky. Slack gets 2 kills just above him, but I don't think they know he's there, and if they make this play over the top, Karma could do something real naughty here, but he's just fired a little too soon, and maybe that's going to bite him, because now Slack and Luminosity in control here of Docks. Can they hold on? They need to retake that lead, as it's just flipped.
Oh, okay. Skunk was weak, I'll give you that, but great shots from Slack as he finds Formal with a jump shot as well. Karma trying to answer back, he does so with the 2-piece, and still Slack being a nuisance, a thorn in the side of OpTic Gaming right now. He's just lower Docks, almost luring them out, but Karma again, he's going to find himself 3 in a row, does get shut down, and again, judging by the minimap here, it's going to be contested for the last couple of seconds. There's 25 remaining here, but Miles, just to take a deep breath, 157 to 153, this game is going all the way. And OpTic Gaming, they finally get control of the Docks.
This is an absolute war, Momo. I mean, both these teams going at each other. This is only map number 1. Stick on board with Scumpy, 21 and 19 for him, but Krim is the one who's really blown up. 30 and 19 right now for Krim 6. And he's doing the best he possibly can. And here we go, over on the next hard point. Formal watching the back, as we see the members of Luminosity now clenching up, getting ready for the onslaught from OpTic. And the one player who's not is Octane. He's hitting the rear now, and Formal's had to divert his attention. And in that moment, Octane's going to be able to find Scump over the top. And can let Scumpy do something about this? He jumps out of the apples and almost gives it him. And we have Octane now trying to hold on these plays. You can see the spawns for OpTic down low. That's favorable for Luminosity. A chance for them to now get back into this. They're only 11 points away from tying it up and taking the lead. Scumpy now answering through the front door, goes for the wall bang. He's going to get well and truly deep in here in a moment. But JCap through the barrels. Krim now coming in from behind. There's a chance, a small window, but he doesn't make it work. Slack takes care of him. And that's going to be the lead change now to Luminosity. Yeah,
the barrel building firmly in control of LG. Karma not giving up just yet with 20 seconds left. You can try and contest this, even steal it away right now. But OpTic Gaming not going down without a fight. Scump jumping in, finds one. Karma and Formal add to that. And John, the last alive, they're spawning underground as well. And Scump trying to add to the tally, will do so. And that little push there is going to give OpTic Gaming a couple more points as Krim finds the third. 34 and 23 for him. Look at that minimap. OpTic Gaming, they're in potentially the best setup right now for Crane, but there is one player, make it 2, who've just spawned useless. That's going to be John and Slacked.
It's Formal, he might cotton on. There's a fighter pilot above, he gets the turn, finds one, finds a second! Oh my, OpTic now about to make this crack over 200 points. Crim now in position to take care of this player on the flank, and he's just not dying. Crim 5 kills in a row, fully streaked out. Scumpy's watching fire. Formal's on the docks, and it's all the docks for Formal. Don't come here, man. It's not what you want. He's just running this one completely. 25 and 19 for him. Now 209 and climbing for OpTic Gaming, starting to turn in this one on its head. Luminosity, though, hot on their heels. Can they make this work, moment? They're pushing down lower docks. There's hope in their eyes. 20 seconds left on Crane.
Love this play from Karma off the hard point, put in and around, getting all the kills. 4 go down for Luminosity. Last 10 seconds, they're going to favor OpTic Gaming, and the worrying thing for Luminosity right now is the streaks that are on the board. Crim6 is dropping 37 and 25. He's got a minute of objective time on the hill as well. Well, let's take it back to where it all began. We're going back to the statue. It's in control of Luminosity. And boy, I believe we're going to see some streaks rain down upon them. Formal picking up one, and look at this, it's like a perfect pinch. Every single angle. They're coming in, Octane finds one, Crim and Scum. Crim finds the second. 30 seconds left, OpTic Gaming, they can end it on the statue, Miles.
Yeah, Karma's, he was in point now in the middle. We had Crim hitting that streaks. Angels on their wings, he found 2 of that. Formal now gets taken care of from mid. Luminosity now making a bit of a pinch. That's a glide bomb from up above. That's, oh my goodness, it didn't hit the player in mid, but it did get 1 kill out of it. Still JCap, he's still alive on the point. Finally naded out there. 226 to 200 for Luminosity. They're doing the best they can. Octane now in position. There's another kill streak. That's a fighter pilot from above once again from Scumpy. And now we've got OpTic in control. 20 seconds left. They're going to need every single moment they can. They can't win it here, but it's close enough. Yeah, and Luminosity, they're in this really troubled situation where they give all the points here to OpTic Gaming. They're going to just 1 break away. 6 spawns out. That's going to be slacked. Important kills for LG. They go down here. They're going to lose the map. But John finds 2. Will not find the second. Formal breaking through, and it's now a 2v2. It's going to be Octane, a player whose highlight reel is literally half of the stage here. But now, JCap in and around the position. Luminosity does have the points. They do have the position. But it's going to be down to this wave of kills. JCap is going to find 2. Karma and Crim6 answer back. A 3v2 as Slack does answer back now with 7 points still remaining. Luminosity, they technically have the favored spawn right bounce, but Slack doesn't know they're behind him. Will find 1. Important 1v1. LG, hold on. They got to hold on as best they can. That split spawn's going to sting him in a bit. Slack, though, he's trying to isolate the fight, but he can't. And now OpTic are in. There's a final 5 points now to be found for them. Karma hanging in there. The players from LG are trying to get there as fast as they can. They're scrambling for the points. But OpTic will take map number 1. So close for a while there, OpTic Gaming. They tried to finish it on the statue. They had the streaks, they had all the control, but Luminosity, you have to give the credit. Holding that main streak there towards the end. Very, very ruthless. They push out at the right times, but just a little too late, if you like. And OpTic Gaming strike first. This has sometimes been their trouble, going down in the series and biting back, but Scum said himself at the very start of this weekend, we win our S&Ds, we're winning the tournament. And guess what's up next? Search and destroy, Miles. Oh, can't he wait? Can he wait? Speaking of exciting stuff, Crim6 actually went 42 and 30 in the end of that one. I mean, and with a minute 10 of time in the hard point, so cannot count him out, can you? I mean, really. OpTic they've looked a new beast this tournament. This is reminiscent of their work in Dallas. We keep going back to that one. We keep echoing the performances of Splice and OpTic from that first COD World War II tournament we had back in, what, December? And again, it's good signs if you're an OpTic fan. I mean, this is an absolute monster of a highlight reel for you. You called Octane actually as a player with a highlight reel, you know, it's longer than my legs. I got long legs, I'll tell you that much. And again, this is an absolute clash of the titans between these two teams. And as we get into the S&D now, I mean, this is where things get really naughty, because if OpTic can net the S&D, they set themselves up in a really strong position, because we've got Ardennes, CTF, which OpTic are very, very proficient at. There's no problems there. I mean, I think that's a solid, you can almost bet on that one being theirs.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because you look at a map that's coming up next, for example, Underdog Search and Destroy. You know, it's kind of which team turns up. We saw OpTic, I believe, pull out a quick 6-0 on Friday on this map, but you go onto the Ardennes Forest and LG, you got the likes of Octane, one of the best assault rifle players in the world, and now you look at Formal with his new role change. He's right up there with him, but on your screen, the king himself is Scumpy. He's going to be very happy with his performance there on the main stage here at CWL Birmingham. Myself and Miles bringing you all the action, but Luminosity, they're going to have to fight from behind here. Of course, LG started in Pool D alongside Red Splice and Mind Freak, joined by Vast. The only team they went down to was Splice. OpTic, on the other hand, Envy, Reckless, EG, and Heretics, they came through with all shining stars, didn't lose at all.
No, it's got to be said, that was an easier group to be gifted, and that confidence really helps. You know, picking up those big wins on Envy and Reckless, EG. Heretics joined the fray a little bit later, and they gave them a good run, but it wasn't enough, and that's important for the confidence of the OpTic boys. You know, this game is mostly you're playing yourself half the time, you know, and if their first big hurdle is always themselves. So for them to have that easier pull certainly gives them a bit of a buffer to go into the competition. LG had to fight their way through that group. I mean, everyone in there was giving them a run. I mean, D, it's the group of death every time now. I mean, aside, of course, they did go down a Splice, but no real surprise there. Splice have looked good this competition so far, but again, it's got to be working wonders for the OpTic boys' egos. And
every time, I mean, we go back to the very start of World War II and we look at the teams. I was the one kind of on the panel that said, many a time, and I backed them, even going back to IW, was LG was my team to take the tournament. For champs, I thought for LG, for the previous 2 events, I went with them, but this is the first time which I've said, you know what, I think there's better teams out there. I look towards Rise, I now look towards OpTic, and you know, you've got also the likes of Splice, Red Reserve, TK, there's so much competition these days, but Luminosity, I think they need to prove a point if they want to be considered that #1 team. We're going to be sticking on the docks for Search and Destroy, though. It's a completely different game type. We're going to slow things down. But will Crim6 be able to prevail? Of course, dropping 40+ in map #1, Miles.
That's one way to win. Map #1, and here we go into map #2. Search and Destroy, it's 1st to 6. Both teams will take turns attacking and defending objectives. And it's quite the different kettle of fish we just saw, and here we have it. Luminosity versus OpTic Gaming. OpTic up by 1. And we'll see what the boys of Luminosity can do in the offensive. They'll be wearing the blue trunks, OpTic in the green. Coming in at a combined weight of approximately 4 people. Phil, let's get into this.
Let's get into this. 90 seconds on the clock, round #1. OpTic Gaming clearly have that 5th man in the crowd here in CWL Birmingham, but Karma, he's already kicked it off with the first blood as John does go down. Formal, he makes it 2, and this round could be over very, very quickly, but looking at that mini-map, they've heavily stacked B, and now Slacked and Cap are in a 2v4.
Yeah, swarming all over that B, but they're slowly making their way through mid. You got that player at the bottom watching the street. JCap finds one. Now Formal. Oh, that's a good nade, and again, the fire from behind. They set up that crossfire and they absolutely cut him to ribbons, and now it's all Slacked. They know exactly where he is. You can watch those little green arrows just slowly envelop all over Slacked. They know he's in the bomb site. Oh, he might have just slipped the net. Karma should be watching the street though, and too much time has passed, and here comes the slight rotation. You've got Scump making his way through the back potentially, and then there's other 2 players going to be hitting him up front, and it's a big ask here for Slacked in round 1. And now that he's hurt, they can smell it. Here they come. Absolutely fearless. Oh! Scumpy goes down. Slack's now doing what he can. It's a 1v2.
I was going to say there's no way out here, and he's pinned down. There's 2 people pinching from the side, and he knows they're going to be coming. He's actually spotted Formal. But Formal, clean shots there onto the lower docks. We'll find round #1. And again, even the European support here of OpTic Gaming, incredible to see. OpTic trying to go all the way right now, but Luminosity down 1-0 in the series, down 1-0 in the map. Not going to want to go much further into OpTic Gaming's very aggressive playstyle here. Interesting to see how they bounce back from this, how they adapt. It'll be interesting to see if, you know, they go for that kind of strategy towards the A site with the smokes, or do they overwhelm that B site? But on the offense this time, it's going to be OpTic Gaming. Let's see what they've got.
You see 2 of them now hitting the subway, or the tube. More accurately named that one. Sledgehammer Games. Here we have them pushing up top. Scumpy takes one on the back there from a teammate. Oh no, okay. Karma. That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate way to start the round, but we'll see how we go. Crim's actually backing him up here on street, and he's not making it work. Karma, though, does get a bit of redemption. He does make up for his sins in that last one, but before you know it, it's all over. Luminosity have tied things up.
Always going to be an awkward one, that, Miles. You get stuck in the back by your teammate, then you go down. It's a 2v4. Frustrating for OpTic Gaming, but LG, very clean, very efficient on the defense here, as we're going to swap sides every single time, offense to defense. As Octane, John, Cap and Slack for Luminosity, Scump, Formal, Karma and Crim for the green wall. All tied up here in the Search and Destroy as we head into round #3, another 90 seconds on that clock. Slack's already with 3 kills. Let's stay on board with him as does take that bomb.
Here we have it, Slacked on your screen. You can see the streaks now slowly developing on the right-hand side. Oh, and I like this position, and he might be able to get up top towards that statue and get an angle on the players moving towards that bomb site. John's going to be the first one at the site. He does have a lot of help. You can hear those shots ringing out already, so they know that they're in here. That nade might net a bit of damage, but they need to watch out because Formal's there, and now you've got 2 players now coming in from the back end of the docks to reinforce them. There's only 1 player on the B-bomb site. Octane gets in there with his life. John, right place, right time, finds 2. There's a 3rd waiting for him. Karma, though, not to be fooled. Still, great way to start the round. JCap now from behind. That slow and steady rotation may have paid off. Now it's all on Crim6 in a 3v1.
There you have it. He's going to lie down, find one, but that's going to be all she wrote for OpTic Gaming on that round. And you can see as well, just kind of the pinch as well. I think Octane played a huge part coming through mid there. It's actually Cap who got the final kill. But Slacked, we talk about that opening strategy, he was in a really good position, but he found himself with the bomb. He couldn't push up to the statue, he couldn't go aggressive. He had to wrap around, get that bomb down. And now LG do lead in the search and destroy by 1. And I'll tell you what, Miles, we've seen so many round 10 and 11s. Very hard to think that we won't today. Of course, going on elsewhere, we've got Envy versus Lightning Pandas. OpTic, LG, every single game, the competition so high. Let's get back into it, round number 4.
Calm on your screen, making his way towards JCap now, left-hand side of the map. Just catches him napping there, but he's not going to get the kill. Those shots ringing out, though, is going to change the board now for Luminosity. They're going to have to adapt, preempting the strike towards B. And you can see the 2 players now rotating around the top end of the map, and they're going to be able to hit that bomb player potentially. If they do end up going down the tube, they'll find him, but John now, he's there. If he can catch Scumpy, 1 minute left on the clock. Oh, he's timed this perfectly. Once again, John, right place, right time. JCap making his way around the front, and this pinch, they've got to time it right. Karma finds John. There's another one. As OpTic falls slowly but surely, JCap finds another. Formal left on his lonesome, and here he goes. Absolutely quashed, squashed under the boot of LG there. It was a perfect pinch. Luminosity
once again bite back, and here is going to be Slacked. Finalizing that, we talked about him in the previous round, hitting 3 kills. He's going to bag himself. I believe a couple more here, but OpTic Gaming, and that man right there, Scumpy said, we've got to win our S&Ds to win this tournament. They're looking so dominant in the hard point right now, back against the wall. They're 2 rounds down, and Slacked, I believe, picked 4. Yes, he did. 4th kill. Having a great series so far, but finds himself 1-0 down.
Back with LG on the offense now. JCap's going to have your bomb. Ooh, Octane already picking up Scump. In that engagement, just crossing over that courtyard, and Formal comes up, says hello, plays a bit of peekaboo, and then runs off. And here comes JCap. Well, the timing on this could be good. Doesn't even need to do anything. Now he's going to be able to get that bomb down. They've got the numbers. 2 dead for OpTic. Luminosity playing a nice bit of hit and run here. They get the kills. They retreat a little bit. Oh, John finds one on Formal again. So now it's all on Karma. OpTic are just being picked apart slowly here, 1 player at a time. Karma in a tough spot. Oh, Slack, just a little too strong from there. Quick on the trigger, the hottest hand in the room right now. And there he is on your screen.
LG looking good in the later stages of the search and destroy here. And again, Slack with the Bronze Star, putting down Karma here. And it's starting to show that the search and destroy, you know, this is where OpTic Gaming, they need to clutch up here. They need to start winning. But they've already got a hard point in the bag as well. If they do lose this, it's only going to be tied up. Of course, we'll be seeing Arden Forest, CTF, and they'll be heading to Valkyrie, I believe, to finish things off. But LG, a convincing win here would give them that confidence going into that CTF, Miles.
Yeah, that stings for the OpTic side. Being that 1-4 right now isn't great for them. Still, this is a great way to start it. You are going to see the pinch now develop from Luminosity. They're going to do the same thing as they did in the last round. As soon as they know the B plays happen, you can see already Slacked making his way around the back. That's exactly what they want. Smokes in now through mid. John might make a play through that. But already Formal's watching the back. He knows that their player could be coming in from behind. Nice work from Crim. The kill through the smoke. And there it is. Formal not to be fooled twice. As Slacked, they pick up them on the flank. Bomb's now going down. Perfect trade from OpTic. It's now a 3v1. Slack last player alive. And that's going to be it. OpTic learning from their mistakes and rebounding in a beautiful way.
Yeah, and that's a must-win round. I think you look at OpTic Gaming, you know, if they were to lose that round, you're kind of too far behind. Yes, we've seen comebacks. Yes, we've seen OpTic do it before. But LG are not a team to let that slip. Crim6 is going to be the one with the final kill there. Formal communication between the squad. See what he's planning out for round number 7 as we get into it. 4-2 scoreline. Luminosity still in the lead here. Nothing crazy going on. No particular player going off, hitting those double digits just yet, but it's not over yet, Miles.
It's just great teamwork from both teams. John, actually, is going to change things up in a big way with this snipe. He did miss 1 player make his way through to A. Oh no, that nade tells us that he does know he's there. Will it find its home? Not just yet. So there we have it. John now still, we'll keep on board with him because who knows? He might be able to hit something big here. There's actually a play towards B happening now for his teammates, but again, if they knew that that snipe was there, this would have been a little different. We are going to see, as soon as the engagements start happening, those players of OpTic now move across map, and that's where John's got a chance to pick him off. When they're out in the open making a run for it, Karma finds one there, and John, oh, he's ever so close to the top of the header. Formal. That's it. Finds the head.
Okay, Formal does find one before he goes down there, so it's a 3v2. Still favoring OpTic Gaming, though, right now. Karma on a 2-kill streak. 3 plants to his name. The OBJ definitely being implemented here, but Slack now under pressure, being shot from 2 sides. You don't want to mantle a Karma. I don't want to say gifted, but very much could have been, and there we're going to see Luminosity lose 2 rounds back-to-back. OpTic Gaming back in the series here. Almost round 11s are almost a common thing there as we see a very majestic bomb.
I'll tell you what though, if Slacked hadn't vaulted the stairs there, that would have probably been a kill on Karma.
Yeah, I feel so. And that's why I was saying I kind of hate to say, you know, someone was gifted and call it lucky if you like, but some things just go one player's way.
Still though, another one for OpTic 4-3 right now. Luminosity getting close to the win. Of course, it's first to 6. And we got OpTic on offense. Haven't done too much in terms of changing the changing classes. No snipe plays from them. Karma doing all right in regards of his streaks. Halfway towards those, he's going to play his life, stay alive as long as he possibly can. And that is not how to do it. 3 dead already. Crim last guy for OpTic here, and he's going to be cut to ribbons in a hail of gunfire there as Luminosity put themselves here on map point.
All smiles in the LG camp here. That was a very quick round and a convincing one for Luminosity, and they take the S&D here, and again it starts to, you know, put that doubt in OpTic mind again. Can they close out series without winning the Search and Destroys? Luminosity most definitely with a point to prove as well. A lot of people look at OpTic, you know, why aren't they winning events anymore? What's going wrong? A lot of questions being asked, but Luminosity, they are gunning for that #1 spot. Rise Nation currently hold it. Of course, the talks of TK and Red Reserve, but 2 teams both wanting that is OpTic and LG. Potentially the last round going down right now as 90 seconds put on the clock. Very aggressive here from Luminosity. Octane on your screens. The STG in hand and now looking for an aggressive push. He's got to find Formal. The battle of the assault rifles. Look at that. Does tag up Crim, but Scump elsewhere off screen will find a kill. And Crim actually takes down Cab. Now a 3v2.
Oh, Octane shots on, gets it done in 3 there on Karma, and now he's going straight in for Scump. He knows he's right here. Aggression, and it pays off. Oh, before I can even say it's a 1v1, OpTic managed to skin that one. 5-4 right now. LG still on map point. Oh, look at that Octane, just trying to get around that corner. Crim doesn't have it.
Crim finds the angle onto the ankles of Octane, and now again we're getting into those later stages. This is where the nerves start to maybe kick in for the guys here. Again, if OpTic were to win this map, to come all the way back, to go 2-0 up in the series. Let's jump on board with OpTic Gaming, and Scum's looking very aggressive. So, he's got that airborne hunker on, PPSH in hand. We are getting OpTic players going towards that B-bomb side as well, but LG, they've stacked mid, they've stacked B. No one at the A-bomb site. Interesting strategy here, Miles.
Well, they've hunkered up towards B, and oh, look at the timing there on Crim. He's found 1. Crim, 6. Going for a second. Karma's in mid. He can put pressure on the player at gate if he wants to. Slacked from behind. Crim, got to win this fight. Oh, and he does. John, though, just nips in there. 3v2 right now. Luminosity with a disadvantage.
OpTic Gaming, the chance to push this to around 11. 55 seconds. John in a very aggressive position. The PPSH can be lethal at this range, and in the hands of John, we see it tied up to a 2v2. He's taken damage and now will be put down. It's going to be Scump 1v2 for Octane. Finds the first. Scump goes down. Karma versus Octane. Pulls out the PPSH! And OpTic Gaming, my goodness. They're going to be frustrated with that one as the 1v2 does come in. The clutch factor is once again Octane, and I tell you what, at this time, it's not with the AR. He pulls out that PPSH, and he's going to find himself, and of course, Luminosity, a map in the series. All tied up, Miles, 1-1.
1-1. So that went to 6-4, which for OpTic, they can't be disappointed with. It was looking like a very dominant win there for LG to begin with, and they found a new lease of life. They got some new wins in the sail, and then before you know it, 6-4. Can't be too disappointed with that one. Again, the S&D has been the weak link in the armor of OpTic, but still, LG now tying it up. We're going to go to a CTF next. We're definitely going to be seeing a bit of Valkyrie action now, Phil, which I can't wait. That's where things get really exciting for me, because again, the subbies of both teams absolutely on point. Once we see Scumpy going off there on Valkyrie, we're going to see a bit of a change for OpTic again on the other side of the board. We've got John doing wonderful, wonderful things. Same could be said for Slacked on LG, so there we go. It's going to be a good one, boys and girls. I hope you're comfortable.
Get comfortable. I think we're in for a 5-game series here. CTF Ardent Forest coming up next. And this was the one map which I kind of picked as the interesting one for these two teams. They've got that dominance in the assault rifle department. They've got that fast aggressive play of the SMG as well. This role switch for OpTic Gaming is working, but can it mean they take down Luminosity? Usually we've had in history, these guys match up in winner bracket round 1. Now they find themselves in the semi-final, and this of course books themselves into that final. OpTic game, and the statistics that I think Mr. X obviously threw around, like Maven was saying yesterday, a long time ago when they won that first win in bracket round 1, the amount of times that they found themselves in that final, very, very high. Times have changed though. OpTic Gaming.
You said Mr. X. Did you mean Revan?
No, Mr. X.
Did you say that?
Mr. X.
It's like 8 and like 60.
Mr. X, he came out with some good stuff.
Did he come out?
Don't be so surprised.
I'm a little surprised. He's not around anymore, but I mean, like, OpTic, Sunday's not their day, but I've got a good feeling, Bill. I've got a feeling. My gut's turning on me. Maybe it's the G-Fuel, who knows? But my gut's turning. OpTic, I think they can make a bit of a run here, but still, we've got a lot to play for. We've got CTF coming up next, and we are certainly going to be seeing that game 4. You got a prediction there for the CTF, or are you going to sort of let this one play out for itself?
I mean, I like to make the predictions. I like to go with what I think. For some reason, going into the CTF, I do feel OpTic with a roll switch will come out on top here. The Search and Destroy is where I feel that they need to start winning. Don't get me wrong, LG, they could take a CTF or hardpoint. The worry is if it goes to the game 5, can OpTic close out that S&D? Search and Destroy wins championships. Famous words from a famous man. I'm sure you guys know as well. But OpTic Gaming, I don't want to say back against the wall. It's all tied up now. This CTF, though, could be the swing round. This is the one which really could kind of separate the winner from the loser. Yeah,
don't forget, we're still in the winners, so they've got another chance in the lower bracket if they have to get there. But I don't think they really want that. You know, you're going down in the lower bracket. I mean, we've got down there Splice at the moment. We're actually looking at 2 other matches going on right now. And again, all of those players are going to be coming off of hot victories. And again, we saw this with Lightning Pandas. They've taken care of FaZe. Envious is still going there. So, and all these players in the lower bracket are firing. They're red hot, they're smoking hot in the lowers right now, so you don't want to be falling from winners into that one, because you're coming off a loss, going straight up against a team that's coming off of multiple wins. It's how Red Reserve did it in Atlanta. Ghost Gaming did it today. You know, their run came to an end, but they had a wicked long streak. Check that one out on Deserto Intel, dropped a tweet about that one. There's a huge streak they went through. So yeah, lower bracket runs are real, and you don't want to fall into that lowers, especially it's a shark pit right now.
Lightning Pandas, they've done a run of themselves right now. I think they were playing Envious. I think Envy actually took map 1, if I'm not mistaken. Slasher dropping that 50 plus. I think it was from 56. Not uncommon is what we're finding out with Slasher right now. But we've got Reckless, Echo Fox, Envy, Lightning Pandas, OpTic, LG. It all's kicking off, and it's Championship Sunday. By the end of today, we're going to be giving the trophy, the MVP, the $80,000 to one team. Of course, $200,000 up for grabs here at CWL Birmingham. Myself and Miles bring you all the action. Miles, I'm feeling a game 5.
Yeah,
I am. But absolutely. Now what I'm thinking is, can OpTic close it in a game 5? I'm questioning myself.
Yeah, well, we'll see how they go, because S&D actually, the start of the tournament was great. But again, we had questions about the teams OpTic were playing in their pool. They were in Pool C. The teams they were going up against in their Envy, Reckless, EG, Heretics came into it a little bit later on. Not necessarily the most, you know, high-caliber Search and Destroy teams. Not to take anything away from them, they're all lovely boys, but like they're not necessarily the biggest tests in terms of how the S&D play was going to match up. And if they were going to go for it, LG might be a stronger team in the S&D department. But we'll find out after this quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We've still got maps number 3 coming up here in the winners semis between OpTic and LG. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League Birmingham Open. Here we are, winner semis, Miles and Momo. It's OpTic versus LG. They're tied up 1-1. Where do we go from here? It's to a CTF. Phil, how you doing?
Very, very well. Excited for map number 3 between these two teams. Obviously all tied up and we're heading to Arden Forest. For some reason, I was really, really excited for the CTF and I hope it doesn't disappoint. Luminosity though, I think that was a must-win map for these guys. You don't want to go 2-0 down against the green wall. That 5th man obviously getting involved. It all gets a little bit too much. Octane, wake up. No time for yawning. No time for yawning, my friend.
It's been a long weekend, and, and let's face it, he put up good numbers in the hard point despite OpTic winning that one. Crim actually, what, 40 kills in the first hard point. When it comes to the search and destroy, no one on OpTic really blowing up, but they were doing great. But again, when it comes down to that just pure execution, LG were there. They were just trading out there. And we saw the flanks from Slack, which only worked, what, 2 out of the 3 attempts he hit it when there was like a push towards that B-bomb site. And you got to give it to him. LG played that one just flat out better. And now as we go into the CTF, you gotta be worried if you're, as we said, if you're an OpTic fan and they lose that Dox, it's going to be a tough run for them. But now we have a chance to make a bit of a comeback, and we've got Valkyrie, hardpoint, search, destroy. Sure, we have to get there.
Yeah, well, I can hear the bombs going down in the back of Arden Forest as we load up that map. OpTic Gaming, Luminosity, here we go. We get into the final stages of the tournament here. This is where games are starting to pick up thousands of dollars. Those top 6s to top 4s, and this game is for top 3 heading to that winner bracket final. Rise Nation is waiting for you. Who's going to join him? OpTic Gaming, Luminosity, map number 3.
The all split from everyone on OpTic there is a charge cross map. Each of these lanes, the battle for each lane is incredibly important. Karma finding the first one there on John, and now we have Octane on that right-hand side. Crim finding a kill as well, so we've got 2 early deaths now for the boys of LG, and that's it. It's a clean sweep. They're all dead. Now, here comes the play on top of the flag. John and Slack spawning out back. Formal's going to be watching that cut, and now they can apply the pressure. They can make this work. There has been a split spawn. Number 1 on your mini-map. JCap is spawned out, so you may be able to catch this player in mid. Formal, though, hoping to poke a hole here with the help of Crim 6. And OpTic still applying the pressure, but the players of Luminosity now back on spawn. You've got to win this prolonged engagement, and if they can, almost making it so. Formal is still there. If you can get a kill out of this one, possibly get a grab, but again, taking a lot of time. LG really making it work for those kills, Phil. Yeah, clutching up there, just biding the time, almost just delaying. If you're going to go down, delay that death by 1 or 2 seconds. You get your teammates respawning up, much better positions. 4 minutes on the clock here. OpTic Gaming, they had a strong start here. As they do fall down, going through fire now. There's John pushing up towards this cabin wall. Finds himself in a little bit of a tricky situation right now. He doesn't need to put the pressure on. He's going to wait for his teammates here. Cap, Slack, and Octane, of course, coming up. And now they have Cap in the cabin. Got Octane just chilling by the firewall and now putting on the pressure here. Luminosity going for a push. Formal denies that one. Scump headed over by Ruins as well. So far, this is what you expect. You might need a second wave of kills, but number 1 is JCap coming in from behind. He finds 1, and now the second kill will come in. 4 down for OpTic Gaming. The flag's away. There's no streaks. This is where you've got to favor LG to put this one in. But these kills are so crucial. Karma finds 1. These are important. This could be a counter cap. Oh, Karma finds a second on John there. The stun went over the top. Did he catch him? He may have just done that. He's given Scumpy enough time to get in position and put himself in between the flag and the flag runner. And now Scump has got to win this engagement. Those nades are going off. Flag being pulled now on the back end. That's going to be Karma. Scumpy still in a position to try to stop this. Formal finding kills in mid. Scump can make the play here. OpTic are winning the gunfights on the other side of the map, and LG, that slow, pensive gameplay might cost them. Formal just surging forward, finally taken care of there. And JCap with the defensive play. Wonderful work there from Luminosity. And JCap, pointing that out, 5-kill streak. He's still got the flag. He's got his teammates spawning up. You had to favor OpTic almost there on the battle down by Bell, and now on the offense is going to be John. Trying to sneak from behind him. We've already got streaks. It's going to be the fighter pilot coming down. It's 3 down for OpTic Gaming. Last one is going to be Scum. Flag down. And surely we're going to see the return come in, the flag go down, and Luminosity will take the first flag in the map. It's going to be 1-0, 2 minutes left on the clock here. Back and forth action, but a 7-kill streak for JCap. Still, what a hero play from JCap. Gets the flag out, gets it back to base, gets all his engagements. Now he's gone full streaks, and now he's reaping the rewards of absolutely all of them. Scumpy finally takes care of Slack as he moves on forward. That's going to... Oh! So close yet so far away, and John is going to steal that one. He's on a 3-kill streak, and you know what? Him getting that flag favors LG immensely. They're going to get the glide bomb, the fighter pilot, all in favor of Luminosity right now. And I tell you what, this has been a close game, but LG just starting to edge their way away, Miles. Clinical. Absolutely clinical precision from them going forward. They're really fantastic at turning kills into caps. Speaking of cap, JCap's still on 9, and here comes the pressure being applied. And Karma just kills absolutely everyone there, Scumpy included, but he does end the streak of JCap. And we got Crim making his way forward. Karma in the bunker behind him. John is going to be spawning the other side of the map, but they do have to worry about Octane, who spawned early. Karma, though, not to be fooled. He's on a 2 streak at the moment. He's looking to make it a 3. The pressure's being applied, and there's a glide bomb is going to be taking care of the OpTic players on spawn. That was Scumpy. Barely had his boots tied before he was put straight back in a death screen. And now Octane going forward. Formal gets taken care of there. And we're back into an offensive push from Luminosity. What a way to turn it around. 1 minute left here in round 1, Phil. And LG blistering hot.
Well, it might be only 50 seconds left on the clock. They're not done just yet. They're using the glide bomb. They're investing their streaks here. Only Formal left alive. What can he do? The flag is out. It's going to be away as well. I don't believe OpTic Gaming have any streaks. They're going to spawn back bridge as well, because number 4, John, over by that cabin. This is a very clean half for Luminosity. And I tell you what, you may have lost the hard point, but you're looking strong in the CTF here as we see a couple more kills go in, and the all-important flag is going to be capped by Slacked.
3-0 here in the first half. 25 seconds left to go. John holding the line. Beautiful work from him. 5 kills in a row for himself, so both himself and JCap doing a lovely bit of work. This is Octane in the middle, and there's one player making his way through ruins, but JCap's in a position to hold that lane. Very good CTF play, fantastic map awareness. Keeping a tally on who's alive at which time and however many kills they get. They know those lanes are wide open, and here we go. Flag out from Slacked as he's making his way forward. We are going to tick over into that overtime, and now Crim with a chance. He and Formal now charging forward. Glide bomb out. Does take care of Formal. Crim's now all on his own.
Yeah, I mean, with that again, I've got to say the streaks from Luminosity have been pinpoint perfect. Crim last alive. He's going to fall down, and there's no one in the vicinity of Luminosity. Not 1, not 2, not even 3. But LG dominate side 1 here of Arden Forest. 4-0 for the guys, and they take full advantage of their streaks, their overtime. Perfect play in OpTic Gaming. How they kind of come back from this is going to be tough.
Very one-sided affair, that first one, as you said, Phil. Pinpoint precision. In an age where pinpoint precision weapons weren't really a thing yet, they really made those count. Still, those glide bombs from Slacked and from Octane doing a lot of work there. And as we go into the second half, 4-0 up for Luminosity. OpTic still. They won the hard point. They lost the CTF. Oh, excuse me, getting ahead of myself. They lost the S&D, and now they're losing the CTF. Still, JCap finding one. Charging forward. OpTic always with the aggressive starts. JCap just peeking his little head over the top of the tank there and finding those kills. 3 in a row now for him.
Yeah, you've just kind of got to take a step back, look at JCap at 19-6, and really just appreciate what he's done for this team. He's got 1 cap to his name, but all those kills, all those streaks have enabled Slack to put 2 in the bag. John as well with 1. He's 12-9, of course, the aggressive SMG. Crim6, though, finds 2. Now the streaks are going to be used defensively for Luminosity. They're going to try and find a couple here. Will find 1. Second coming in for Slack. He tags the 3rd as well. I'm not sure he even knew he was there, but Karma still trying to put 1 to bed. The flag's going to be taken, not going to be secured, and that's the power of score streaks. That's why you're rewarded. All these flags that Luminosity got first, it's going to be so much harder for OpTic Gaming to get back into it. And JCap almost hesitant to grab this flag. He's actually pretty much clear.
There we go. Here comes the play now from OpTic. Slacked pulling out. Fighter pilot on the way, and OpTic with their back certainly against the wall here, Phil, in map number 3. And let's have a quick Astro listening with OpTic Gaming and see how they rebound here. 4-0 down.
He's coming to you, Ian. Pretty sure.
We spawned far, Ian.
Yeah, we're so far, dude.
One more you.
No, he got me.
Hey, he's
Right,
going towards Bella.
I'm getting cap and wall. We're good.
Yeah, I'm coming to you, Matt.
Just gotta set up a relay here.
Got one more you. Cap was you.
Yep.
Back,
One shot you. Cap. Absolute cap.
I'm stunning over, Matt.
Cap's gonna be you.
John's dead.
Nice one. Cap was you.
Looking for it.
One shot by nade.
No, he's you still.
Ice. Came out, ice.
I got him.
Watch out, fire tank, Cap.
I'm coming back to mid, Damon.
Pushing.
Come back to mid, Damon.
Naded.
Oh,
Where
I'm
did
stunned
Cap
mid.
go?
Stun mid.
He's our middle. Dead.
Nice. One might push me. He pushed mid, dead.
Nice,
two.
Push this.
John, let's go.
John up, 2 up. John and Octane.
Ice. No, ice.
And back left.
John dead.
Back left, he's yellow.
Push.
Yellow looking at you, I think.
He's yellow?
Yeah, he's blind.
I push.
Playing for Cap.
He's on flag ramp.
Stand back there. One low right, two low right.
Two, Seth.
I need help.
Too close to you, Seth. I spawned
Back left, Sam.
Gonna push me?
Right
ramp.
Yeah,
Guys,
right
spawn
ramp.
behind you guys, cabin.
I'm dead.
Okay.
I'm coming, Seth.
Shot.
Push you right.
Yep.
To your
There's one more on flag ramp.
Low left, John.
Nice.
Flag ramp.
Gary's here. There's 2 here on me.
Trying to help you.
Last guy, Jerry.
I don't know where he went. He's in broken.
He's in broken.
Broken weak. He
Last
went
guy.
towards you, I think.
Back right, Tim. One shot, absolute back rain. One's in broken.
Might
Last
be
2.
close to you, Ian.
Just keep owing.
I think he's Bell.
Broken.
Yeah. Oh.
You?
One's gonna be outer right now. Ian, shoot it.
Nice. Good job.
One's about to be outer.
I have your help, Ian.
I
Flat, dead. One more
Nice.
shot.
Hit it.
Yeah. Coming through middle right now.
John, one shot. John, one shot. All right, weak.
He's absolute. I hit him again. There's two broken.
Looking
Yeah.
mid. hang on.
Cap switch top flat.
Flat.
One's gonna be
Flat
close.
Cap, he got me. One guy you.
You dead.
Nice. Cap was flat. This is weak match.
Pre-firing.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get pushed from mid right now.
Let's stun over.
Hit
Let's
anything.
stun.
He's mid cap. Dead. Fire tank, dead.
Done.
One
more fire tank.
Slack dog
Yeah, I'm
tank.
pushing up middle. He's
zombie
fire
fire
on you,
tank.
man. I got your
Sure.
right.
5-0 Luminosity. No score change here. You can see kind of OpTic Gaming giving it their all, but you look at JCap, 27-10 right now. It's just too much for them, Miles. This game you've got to feel with only 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. Luminosity, they're almost just toying with them right now.
Playing with the food. We said the first half was a mean one, and it really was. It was one-sided. The second half still slow and steady, but you can see Luminosity are willing to run in to win this race. OpTic, though, still making their way forward, but just such heads-up play from Luminosity. They're so fantastic at isolating those issues, identifying the threats as they come from OpTic and dealing with them in very decisive ways, not letting them get out of hand. And as you can see, them from the way OpTic are having to play this one, they've been pushing in situations that they've got to win these wild gunfights like that. They can't really make anything get going. And 5-0. I mean, it's possible, Phil. It's possible with a minute to go to pull off a wild relay, and they got a flag out there, but instantly shut down by the watertight defense right now of Luminosity. And final minute to go, and it may just be for ceremony at this point. It's basically just to see how many kills can JCap get before this match ends.
Well, the rest of his teammates at the moment totaling 40. He's right behind him himself, just on 30 himself. Again, it's getting to that stage, Miles, where it is going to become impossible. But with Luminosity, they can just get as many kills as they can, get a lot of confidence here. OpTic Gaming, they've got to check this one out of the books. They've got to go into the next hard point, even though they're going to be 2-1 down. They've got to focus on, you know, what happened in that first hard point, the way they won that map 1. We're going back to the same game mode. John raining down fire is going to be third, and I don't think 5-0 is going to be the final scoreline, sadly.
Here we go, Slack, a little bit danger close to that fighter pilot, but nonetheless, he managed to get out without a single nick to his health, and he's got another flag, and this is going to be the 6th flag going in here. OpTic, though, on the overextend. Scump in a position to try to stop it. And again, it's all for ceremony at this point, but these players, they've been here before. They're going to hold this L only for a few moments as they get right on into that next map. And here we go, 2-1 to Luminosity Gaming. You can see the smiles on the players' faces. I think they enjoyed themselves there, Phil. I think especially JCap.
Yeah, JCap having a lot of fun, and you can see they're slacked. Fist bumps all round, smiles all round for the LG camp. OpTic Gaming, though, will be going into this one knowing that they lose this, they won't be out of the tournament. For all you OpTic Gaming fans, they'll be dropping to the lose bracket if they were to lose. However, not out of it yet. 2 maps to go. Hardpoint, and then a final search and destroy. Get flashbacks to that first hardpoint. OpTic Gaming, they were very, very strong. We'll see if they can do it again.
Yeah, it was a solid start, and we're going over to Valkyrie for this next one, and this is where we get intense. This is where the matchups start to get mean. We're going to have John, Slack, JCap with subbies running wild, running rampant for Luminosity Gaming on the other side of the board. We're going to see Calm probably swap over to his PPSH, get his subby out, and roll with that one. So as the players take a quick, I think somebody's going for a tinkle. Somebody can have a quick pee break. We're gearing up for this next one, and again, if you've just joined us, Luminosity are up 2-1 right now over OpTic Gaming here in the winners semis. They still have a lower bracket run to go for one of these teams, whoever should fall, but it's been a pretty closely contested series, apart from the CTF, which was a bit of a blowout, let's be real, Phil. It was a bit of a smacking. There's a big red hand on the back of OpTic Gaming right now. But nonetheless, we're going to go into a hard point now with Valkyrie, and that is where they can turn it around. LG, though, are now 1 map away from moving onwards into the pointiest end of the competition.
And you think about kind of, you know, how this tournament's panned out. You think about the first winner bracket semi-final, Rise versus Splice, and how that ended. Rise 3-0 over Envious, 3-0 over Splice. They're going into that final with so much confidence. And again, they're going up against one of these teams. Rise, of course, are champions. They'll be looking to the back-to-back, of course, what TK did. OpTic Game, though, LG, they'll be wanting to put a stop to that. These two teams fighting tooth and nail. We go into hardpoint. As you said, it's got to be Valkyrie, which is an interesting topic. Newest map to the pool set here. You know, which teams have played it most, which teams have obviously scrimmed it. We've, of course, seen the Pro League over in Columbus going down. And a lot of teams, and LG being one of them, they've been able to get Valkyrie into this because they were in such a good position. They finished 2nd in Division B. And I think they've probably got a little bit more practice on this on lap.
Well, that's invaluable practice, frankly, Phil, because again, it's only been in the CWL map rotation now for what, a month, maybe 2 months? Like, it's very, very fresh, it's very green compared to some of the other maps that have been in the rotation since the game launched back in November. It feels like a lifetime away, doesn't it? It feels like a long time away, and almost at the next Call of Duty, you can barely keep count. Still though, we are going to be going into the 4th map soon. And if you have just joined us, it's 2-1 right now to Luminosity Gaming here. Winners semis. CWL Birmingham has been full of upsets, full of crazy turns, full of crazy moments, and it's been an absolute joy. And if you're still out there in the crowd, I hope you're comfy because someone's coming. Someone's on a pee break, I think, Phil. That's what's going on. Waiting for somebody to shake it off and get back into this one. And well, we're almost ready to go. We'll be getting into the game very shortly. It will be Valkyrie Hardpoint. It will be the game mode, of course. OpTic took. If you've missed it, if you just joined us, and this is how we broke it down. London Docks was where it started. OpTic Gaming took that in around a 30-point lead here, a 2-round difference for London Docks S&D. And then, wow, CTF was a one-sided affair as Luminosity, like Miles said, gave the backhand to OpTic Gaming. And now we're going to finish things, whether it's game 3 or game 4 or 5, it's going to be Valkyrie. If you look at this, you know, the way this series has panned out, I mean, is this the slow unraveling of OpTic? And we're watching those scores get further and further apart, become more and more one-sided. Is that going to tell the tale here on Valkyrie? Or will we see a surge of life from the green wall? They're fighting now for their life in the winner's bracket. The loser of this matchup will fall to the lowers, and Luminosity, they don't want to go. They don't want to go down there. Nobody wants to go down to the loser bracket. You've got Envy, you got Lightning Pandas, Echo Fox. You got a lot of teams there in and amongst that loser bracket. Winner of this, though, will go to our winner bracket final. Of course, coming up later on is Rise Nation waiting on, but let's dive on in. Valkyrie Hardpoint getting off with John as wow. Hit with a stun to the face, of course, no armored, so he's going to be halted for a few seconds there. He's going to dive away from the Semtex, but ventilation room is up first. So John 1, 2, and hello 3. He takes down OpTic Gaming, he takes control of the ventilation room, and now he can start to set himself up with some nice streaks. Well, that's one way to do it, isn't it? Is he going to continue the run, John? Hanging in there, peeking on through. He's just got complete awareness of where OpTic is coming from. There's no surprises for him. He runs out of ammunition there, and that's why that one comes to a close. Now, OpTic starting to swing back into this one. They've taken a few hits, but there's no glass draw on this team. Now, as you can see, bouncing back into this one. Ventilation room, 20 seconds left. Formal, picking up kills on the outside. You can see the assault rifle players working the lanes, the sort of outsides of the hard point. The only hard point we have that's got an open roof on this map is going to be the smokestacks. That's where kill streaks are going to be coming into effect. Otherwise, these PPSHs, the submachine guns on your screen, are going to be the ones dealing the majority of the damage. And already, Luminosity Gaming looking a little strong. OpTic with the lead for now. Nice shots there for Krim as he picks up 2, but Octane does better with the double headshot coming in. John's actually going to punish him for that one and fall shortly after. So now on the rotation, we're going to go to the operations bunker. OpTic in control. I say OpTic, more like Scum, as he finds one, does fall, and the trade will come in. Luminosity swoop on in, find themselves in a nice position here, but OpTic Gaming not going down without a fight. Talk about back and forth, Miles, here as the green wall, 3 back-to-back, and now will control, as they do have a slight lead, around 15 seconds now. Here we have it, 7 kills now to Karma. 4 deaths for him, and you see Krim just clenching, digging in. 2, can't make it a 3rd. Solid work though. Oh, and Octane actually manages to keep that going. So Scumpy now trying to get in there. That burning wall doesn't offer a whole lot of cover, and the bullets penetrate that quite easily. And John, once again, massive multi-kills from John. A little bit of help from JCap there, but regardless, we'll give it to him. He stayed alive. 58 now for OpTic and climbing, despite the fun and games from the boys of Luminosity. They've yet to get on the hard point in this one, and Operations Bunker's been very much OpTic's. Yeah, and you're going to see LG rotate a little bit early. They've got an important kill onto Formal. Only 1 behind enemy lines. It's got to be Krim. As he finds 2 and finds himself in a very good position. Can he find a 3rd? Not going to happen. JCap pretty much won them the CTF, and now he's trying to do them the same on the hard point. He's 5 and 8 right now, so definitely not the same stat line, but as we see things go to the storage bunker, Karma getting into the mix, getting a couple of points. Pre-fire left and right. Will find one. Take him down. Good night, John. Will find himself as well traded out. But you look at that kill feed, Miles. Back and forth as Luminosity do get the better for now, but OpTic Gaming looking to bite back. Oh, every little second counts, and we saw the same thing in the first hard point. It was so closely contested. Both teams just doing a massive bit of work, picking up these dirty little kills and getting a couple of scraps of time and then being flipped over again and again, and it was back and forth. It was an absolute brawl between both teams, and we're going to see the same thing here, and a stacking bodies on these doors. Again, these very, very close range engagements, fighting tooth and nail to get these points. And as you can see, OpTic now starting to slowly but surely crawl away with this one at 80 points now. The Luminosity is 53. Karma is starting to walk away with this one in the kills department at 10 and 7. Octane on the other side of the board, 10 and 8, as is John. John, big numbers from him so far, big high impact plays. And we have Luminosity in control of the office, 50 seconds to go.
Okay, so getting into the meaty part of the map here as OpTic Gaming do have the lead. John, another team kill onto Slats. I think that's the second we've seen, but Krim, eyes on the prize. He takes down Cap and Octane, traded out, but this time OpTic Gaming will be the ones into office. We saw Splice really struggle to take down Rise and to actually get into the office at all. We'll see whether Luminosity can do any better. Yes, they can. Straight in, 2 kills to the better. Krim's going to find one and now looking to turn around, maybe find a second. Not going to happen. The machine pistol too quick for Octane. So proficient with all weaponry, as we've seen him SMG, assault rifle, and now the pistol coming out. 85 plays 85 as all things are tied up now. Luminosity take the lead.
These little drips slowly fill a bath up, and here we go at first to 250. Luminosity now starting to look a little more fine here in map number 4. Slacked finds another one, the back end of Formal there. Smokestack's now open and ready to go, but no one's got streaks to work with, and this is reminiscent of the first hard point where nobody managed to pick up streaks. Again, those multi-kills string together, but nothing really prolonged. No one able to extend those kills and enable the points, and that's not exactly typical of a hard point game. Typically, we do see a lot of streaks, and Slacked's closest right now, and as long as he can stay alive, this could be huge. This could help swing the map in favor of Luminosity. Again, closely contested, but no streaks will be found there. Luminosity about to crack on that 100-point mark. Octane almost does it. John can't find any more there, and now we have OpTic with the advantage for the time being. Slack quickly in on the smokestacks, and now it's all green as OpTic take control.
Again, so back and forth, and now LG, they're going to lose the lead as OpTic are actually the ones to break 100 first. There's only 12 seconds on the smokestacks before we head back to the vents. But again, you look across towards the stat line, everything so clear-cut. Least kills 11, make it 12 for JCap. The highest is 14, 15 now for Krim. It's really a battle of two beasts, the North American Titans coming all the way to Europe here. And OpTic Gaming, they're starting to get a couple of points here. Take the lead. It's going to be 20 seconds and growing here. Scum on your screens. Pre-fire coming in. The callouts must be flowing here for OpTic Gaming. He's going to take down John as Karma picks up the double. And that's going to be 130 and counting here. The ventilation room most definitely in control of OpTic Gaming.
Oh, this is important for Scum. Again, he's got to choose the right door. It's like whack-a-mole. They're going to pop up at any moment, and that's it. Streaks now for Scum. 140 and climbing. OpTic Gaming. Is this it? Have they shed the skin? Have they evolved? It's a new beast, and it could well be the case. Now, about to pop through 150. OpTic looking a little stronger, looking a little meaner, more reminiscent of the first hard point. Scumpy out through the front, finds a quick and easy death. And here we have actually Formal halfway towards streaks as well. I mean, 2 sets of streaks, that's always going to help you no matter what map you're on. 160 now, and it's starting to get away from them. Formal with another 2.
Nice stuff from Formal. Of course, the glide bomb for Scum. A 5-kill streak now for Formal. Raring to go, and you hear the chance coming in for OpTic Gaming. The 5th man getting behind them. Can they drive this one home? 60 seconds left for the bunker. Look at the spawns of Luminosity. Miles, this is where we see if OpTic Gaming can push back, and I saw for a second the turn and burn, but Cap says no, on to Krim.
God, this has got Game 5 written all over it, but hey, can't count Luminosity out yet. They're an experienced team. They've done naughtier things than this. Formal, shots in for the streaks. Yeah, he gets it. There we are. Full streaks for Formal. 6 kills in a row for him, 5 kills in a row for Scum. Things are starting to look a little messy here if you're a Luminosity fan, and that's Glide Bombs at the ready for Scump now. And again, OpTic 205. Where have Luminosity gone, Phil?
Well, they've gone in the back pocket of OpTic Gaming, that's for sure. But heading over, if we go to that smokestacks, the amount of score streaks that OpTic are going to put down onto Luminosity, I can't see a way back into it for them. However, crazier things have happened. You said it yourself, Miles. Krim now 21 and 15. It was kind of crazy. We spoke about the scoreline, and now Scump finds himself in a very good position, as well as Formal, Karma, and Krim. Scump again, another little cheeky nade onto Krim. I'll teach him a lesson or two, but never mind as we get into it. Scump finds one, turns, find the seconds. Formal's going to do him a favor, but Krim again, as it all lights up green. There's one person left alive, and he's going to be eliminated. It's John, 25 seconds to go. They can end it here, Miles.
Brilliant work, and this is potentially at final 20 points. Again, amazing to note how Scump uses that middle pillar to isolate those engagements and take on 2, maybe 3 people at once. Lovely work still. Streaks to work with for the boys of OpTic, but I don't think they'll need them. 10 seconds remaining, and LG, they've got to get in here quick. John's in. Can he hang on for now? No, he cannot. That's going to be flushed out. He bought a bit of time, though, from JCap to basically just run into the gun of Formal. And here we go. We're going to a Game 5.
OpTic Gaming, they strike at 250. The green wall stands strong. However, there's a search and destroy between them right now, and I've got to say they must have had 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 streaks that were just unused. They didn't need them, and of course, yes, we're on Valkyrie. We understand A lot of the hard points will be indoors, but a comfortable hard point win, even more so comfortable than map number 1. But we're going to be heading to Search and Destroy. LG, they only just broke out of the 100-point club.
Only just, because at the start of the match, it was so close. I mean, this was as close as they come. You know, we're watching them go back and forth with each other, exchanging blows. It was hits to the body, and look, LG just ran out of wind after a while, and OpTic to really start to walk away with it there. We saw multi-kill after multi-kill. Good things came in threes for a lot of these players, and it was exceptional stuff. John in particular, big work from him. But once OpTic found themselves, that was it. It was all over after that. And now we go into an S&D fill. Oh, can he wait?
Neither can I. However, we've got a quick replay of obviously the map we've just seen, Valkyrie Hardpoint. If you missed it, it was pretty close. It was 100 to 100, and then OpTic Gaming. 1 step, 2 step. And that was pretty much it. I'm not going to lie. Luminosity, they got shut down. The streaks weren't even used. But Scum, Formal, Karma, and Krim combine for a very, very strong second half of the hard point there. And we've seen it previously before. Now, we are going to be staying on Valkyrie. And I think that's a really good kind of talking point going into the Search and Destroy. Again, I was talking about Luminosity, who, you know, maybe had a few more reps on this map than OpTic Gaming. It didn't seem to show there. Will it show in the Search and Destroy?
They seem to have a bit of a mastery over the lanes of Valkyrie, and as you saw, Scummy, man, he's hitting really naughty little angles on a lot of those smaller points, and as we get ready to those Search and Destroy rounds, every kill really does count. And whew, I don't know about you, but I need a break, because we're going to a Game 5 here in the winners bracket semis. It's LG versus OpTic, all tied up 2-2. We'll see you after a break.
Birmingham.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, we're back here at the Call of Duty World League Birmingham Open. It's winner semis, Game 5 alert. LG versus OpTic. Back into an S&D. It's Valkyrie. Miles and Momo here, bringing you the action. We're getting all sweaty up here because we're getting all sweaty in game, and here we have it, OpTic Gaming versus Luminosity. OpTic opened the series up with a cracking 250 to 219, then my goodness, did LG take the reins, Phil?
Yes, they did. They, that CTF was a little bit scary to watch if you're a team still in the tournament. If you're going to be playing CTF, you might want to stay away from the Arden Forest. But OpTic Gaming, the hard point is looking flawless right now. They take the first map and the fourth map. You know, which one was more dominant than third or fourth? I will give it to LG on that count. But Miles, this is a good talking point. You said LG to start this series off. I said OpTic. We're going to a search and destroy. Valkyrie is the map. Are you still confident with your pick?
Honestly, I am. I think LG have got a very firm and distinct execution in their search and destroy play. They know what they're doing, and again, this is where it comes down to how new this map is. Do they have the same kind of experience as they had on London Docks? Can OpTic pull out something a little flashy here, something a little special? Because boy, do they need it here. Map number 5. Again, we're in the winner semis. They're going to go down to the lowest, as the losers of this map will, but let's get into this, Phil. This is it, map number 5, OpTic versus LG. We'll kick this one off with an offensive round from the boys of OpTic Gaming, but we're currently on board with LG.
Well, the bomb is in the hands of Karma. He'll be pushing the bomb side eventually, but LG, we've seen LG do this again, and that's why my worry of picking OpTic Gaming right now is because I've seen how strong LG can be on this map. The information's been gathered for more. 1, not 2, as John re-peaks, and Octane actually puts Karma down there with a headshot as well. So looking at that mini-map, John just has one to his left. Found him, targeted, tagged. But now 50 seconds, he's going to have to back off, and you know what, rightly so, a 3v2, you've got the numbers here, and OpTic Gaming, they're actually going towards this B-bomb site. John's going to be accompanied by Octane in a very important round. You want to get that first round under your belt.
Every little helps. And here we go, John. He might catch wind of these players, but oh, they're going to actually, they've given up on B. They've spent enough time dithering in the middle of the woods, and now they're going to make their way towards A. But John, we stayed on his perspective, and he may hunt them down. 25 seconds. The pieces are moving. The board is set.
Spotted him.
Krim knows he's there. Bomb's going to go down. But there's 3 members. Oh, that's unfortunate for Scump. John's going to find him, and that's going to put Crim6 all on his own. Oh, but this could be a favorable turn. Starts with 1. He's got 2 left now to work with 30 seconds on the clock. And
the way he's rotated, he's got the bomb site in a pretty poor position. But my goodness, he burns John. And no, you're not on the bomb, buddy. It's JCap. Which way is he coming from? And Cap seals the deal. And I tell you what, if he was defusing that bomb, that would have been a beautiful 1v3 for Crim6 there. But he makes the shot, and I think he was almost shocked that he wasn't on the bomb. He was like, where could he be? Well, there's 4 entrances. It was unfortunate for him, but Luminosity, they take round number 1. Whew, heart stopper.
Almost lost my marbles there. That's the first round? What are we in for, Phil?
Probably around 11, I'm not going to lie.
I hope so. I've sacrificed a goat to the COD gods this morning. What was it, 3 sausages and 6 slices of bacon? That's what I sacrificed to the COD gods this morning. Here we go, round number 2. Luminosity now on the offense, and boy, what a round that was.
Well, fast and furious right now as OpTic Gaming looking to get into the A-bomb site very quickly. Scump's been tagged up. He can be shot straight through. He's backed off for now. The grenade's coming in. He does have Hunker on, so he's okay for now. Does have the backup of his teammate, that being Krim, just outside. But Luminosity on edge. 60 seconds.
Bit of a flurry of gunfire between both teams as we crack over that 60 seconds, Phil. And yeah, look, neither's able to make anything work here. I'm waiting for somebody to just find that hole, find that little opening, and poke their way through the armor. And Karma finds it. Cap still hurt down the corner, and actually 4 more fat one on Octane. Krim as well is looking beautiful for OpTic. JCap, last player alive. He's got bomb. He wants to push the site, but Scumpy's there. Scumpy's got his number. Ties it up 1-1.
JCap won the 1v1. This time he had a 1v3 or 4 on these cards there, but not going to happen. We're going to tie things up here. We're going to be heading into round number 3 very shortly. And interestingly enough, obviously we talk about Valkyrie as a hardpoint map. The streak's not been that useful, and you saw some of them not even used. Will we see streaks in the search and destroy? You'll have to obviously stay with us to find out. If you're just joining us, game 5. Round 3 here, Luminosity, OpTic Gaming, all tied up. Winner bracket semi-final number 2. Winner will guarantee themselves in the top 3. Of course, Rise Nation waiting eagerly. Sure, backstage watching every single move from every single player here, but guns fired. That's going to be Octane first of all, the double nade maybe. There goes 1. There's the second. Nothing to come of it.
Oh, this is going to be a brawl. going towards the B-bomb. Luminosity are taking this one 2 by 2. Hurrah, 1 kill there on Scum. Bomb's going down. Karma needs to get in the fight now because here comes LG. If he times this right, which he doesn't, John finds another. Octane as well. Oh, it's perfect. Formal finding one. On the turn, Octane gets rid of him, and that's it. An easy 30 seconds for the defuse. And you got to say, man, they bodied up. They worked their way slowly but surely through that, back towards the bomb site, and retook it with relative ease, only losing John in the engagement. So, solid round from Luminosity.
The first 2 kills of the engagement were the key to the victory for those guys there. The way they picked off Scub just on, you know, the angle, but the way John was kind of tucked away, he jumped out, and he was jumping out into open air against a player behind cover. The probability definitely not in your favor for that one. We're going into round number 4, Luminosity in the lead. Search and destroy here to finalize these 2 teams. Stun's going over. Not going to connect for John just yet, but in to A-bomb site, looking to be aggressive. They've got the bomb, actually. It's in the hands of Cap. This could be very quick here, Miles.
I thought there was someone in the room with him for a minute. Crim's just on the outside. That shoulder peek's going to help. Bomb's going down now on A, and oh, man, A is, as we know from Hardpoint, the vent room has got 4 ways in. A lot of mess can be found. John takes care of Scump. Karma takes care of JCap now 3v3. Karma looking to add another notch to the belt. He may get a little bit more than he bargained for as he gets traded out there, 2v2.
John just baits out Slack, but it works out for him. Crim shuts down Slack to now a 2v1, makes it a 1v1. Formal, Octane. 2 of the best assault rifle players in the world now, head-to-head. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to sniff out this bomb. 15 seconds. Formal. You can see on the minimap, we can see on the screen the X-ray vision, but the defuse is not going to come in here. And again, fist bumps all round. Luminosity take round number 4. They lead by 2. OpTic Gaming is starting to look like the first search and destroy. They went down, they fought their way back. That's a tough one.
LG taking the green wall apart brick by brick, round by round, kill by kill. Hope they got insurance. So as we go now into another round. The 5th round of a possible 11, Phil. And you know what's interesting? No, Octane, I want to see how far he is towards his streaks, because that was a solid set of kills, and he's close enough. You know, and it's Valkyrie. We know it's not going to be too influential, but that does really limit the bomb choices, because if you plant towards B, you're going to get hit by streaks. Well, and the engagement's going down in mid. OpTic to 2 dead already. Slack finally gets cleaned up. Oh, Formal finding a second ties things up now. OpTic with bomb. Octane, though, with the flank and the streaks.
Not only a kill that's going to get you the streaks, and guess what? It's Octane and Formal, 1v1. I tell you what, Formal, he'll want to win this one, not only for the ace, but he'll get his team back into the game. This is a must-win, I feel. You don't want to go 4-1 down. You don't want to give them the second set of streaks. You can see the separation between the 2 players. Look at your minimap. Formal all the way over at B-bomb site. Octane working his way through. And again, these streaks could be used. A 1v1, you've got a glide bomb. Formal more than likely will not have any type of mounting on to, of course, evade him from that and ring around the roses right now, Miles. 25 seconds.
This is a duel. They don't know it yet, but it's a duel. This is pistols at dawn. Here we go.
Bomb collected. Bomb plus. Oh, bomb not planted. 7 seconds left. Octane knows that he just needs to stay alive, or is Formal just going to go for it? He is. He's going to go for the plant. And let's go, baby. The words from Slack there. He knows now that Octane's just given LG a very, very powerful position right now. Formal, he plants, he stops, he plants, he stops. Doesn't work out for him. OpTic, now they're back against the wall. They've been so strong in hardpoint. LG just 2 rounds away from taking this one, Miles.
Stings for the OpTic fans, but LG playing this one very clean indeed. Octane 7-2 streaks to work with. John also picking up a lot of kills. This is an offensive round for LG. Scump's already on the site defensively. And you can see LG actually playing this one a little slow, a little steady. We may see streaks come out here. Here's Octane with those streaks. Scump me again. Oh, actually, no need for streaks. Octane's taking care of Formal. Things getting tied up there by Crim.
Just want to point out, Octane, 7-kill streak. It's search and destroy, not hardpoint, and this man is making it look like respawn. And you know what? Glide bomb gives him number 8. Is Karma left in a 1v3 Luminosity? They're looking very strong to shut this one down. Round number 6 is upon us. We're in the chunk of it, but Karma, what can he do? There's the first. pre-fires the bomb. Wrong bomb, though. Bomb's going to be planted now, and a 1v2 defuse is on the cards, but I believe Octane still has those streaks. Not necessarily needs them.
He's already invested one streak in this round. There's no need to go for another. We have Karma now, a slow and methodical retake. 1v1 against JCap, not to be won. Match point here for Luminosity Gaming. Let's come down to this.
Okay. Deep breaths. OpTic Gaming. 5 rounds back-to-back. Maybe a little bit too much to ask here. However, there's a lot of people here in the event and at home, obviously cheering these guys on. You can see the frustration. And again, this was what we said, Valkyrie. LG got the reps in during the Pro League, and it's definitely prevailing right now. OpTic Gaming, they need a lot of support as they jump on board. On the attack, Karma, he's going to have the bomb. Let's see what he can do.
They need a bit of a miracle here, but miracles do happen. Scumpy straight in, finds John. John gets the better of him. Formal picks up slack, ties it up immediately. This is reminiscent of everything we've seen in the round so far. Krim goes down as well. 2 left alive for OpTic Gaming here in the winner's bracket. 1 now left. It's all on Formal, and Luminosity come in like a wrecking ball and win the series. What a way to do it.
A wonderful result right there for LG. And to be honest with you, Revan, OpTic Gaming, Championship Sunday, the woes continue.
Yeah, at least they're winning match this time, though, and that was a very close